Welcome back, everyone. I am absolutely thrilled you're joining me for this explainer today, because we're going to do something a little bit different. Usually when we think about history or archaeology, our minds jump straight to grand monuments, ancient scrolls, or massive ruins. But today, we're going completely microscopic. We're taking an everyday object, something you might literally have sitting in your pocket right this very second, and we're going to treat it like a major archaeological discovery. We're putting on our detective hats to uncover the incredible narrative journey that's hidden entirely in plain sight. So, what can a single piece of pocket change actually tell us about time, place, and the journey of an object? Think about the humble coin. It's something we pass back and forth constantly, right? We barely give it a second thought. But what happens if we actually stop? What if we truly observe it? By the end of our journey today, you're going to see that this isn't just currency. It's literally a passport, a diary, and a map all rolled into one. Phase 1, the artifact in plain sight. We need to completely shift our mindset here and look at this strictly as a newly discovered artifact. We've got this solitary, perfectly circular object resting entirely on its own against a beautifully polished stone surface. Notice the backdrop first. The organic, flowing patterns of the stone with its browns, beiges, and whites. It's this chaotic, natural landscape. And sitting smack in the middle of it is this highly structured intrusion. It's a bimetallic object, silver-colored on the outside, gold-colored on the inside. It absolutely demands your attention against that natural stone. And that brilliantly sets up our first major contrast. The cold, stationary stone versus the traveled metal. Think about it. This stone background, it's nature. It's static, it's heavy, and it likely hasn't moved an inch since it was installed. But the object resting directly upon it is highly manufactured. It was born in a fiery industrial process, stamped with immense pressure, and then released into the world to move. The stone is a home base, but the coin is a perpetual traveler. Moving on to decoding the embedded symbols. We're going to zoom in now, act as visual sleuths, and decode the specific language minted right onto this object. Let's quickly lay out the visual evidence discovered. We've got a very clear profile building up. First, the bimetallic composition with those silver and gold colors. Second, an outer ring featuring exactly 12 five-pointed stars. Third, the word Slovensko. Fourth, a numerical timestamp of 2009. And finally, dominating the center, a very bold double cross perched on 3 distinct peaks. That is a tremendous amount of data packed into roughly an inch of metal. Let's break those elements down, starting from the outside in. Just look at the outer ring, that continuous loop of 12 stars in the silver-colored rim. Notice the precise, equidistant placement there? In the visual language of this specific artifact, those stars act as a regional identifier. They're a symbol of a broader union of nations wrapping around the unique national identity held in the center. It's essentially a frame saying, hey, I belong to a larger community. Now, stepping inside that silver frame, we hit the central design, a bold double cross standing on 3 peaks. This gold-colored inner circle is where the specific geography and cultural identity are proudly displayed. Look at the geometry here. It's sharp, it's proud, emerging directly out of those 3 rounded hills at the base. It almost has a monumental medieval feeling to it, right? The design is deeply textured with lines radiating outward, giving it this incredible sense of projecting power. It's a highly specific cultural fingerprint. And to make sure there's absolutely zero ambiguity about that fingerprint, we have explicit identifiers, Slovensko and 2009. Curving right along the bottom edge, we read Slovensko. And tucked up at the top left is that 2009 timestamp. If you look really closely, there are even 2 tiny, incredibly intricate mint marks flanking the base of the cross, identifying exactly whose hands crafted this piece. It's a perfect temporal and spatial anchor. We know exactly where this was born, Slovakia, and exactly when its journey began. Which brings us to our final phase, the scars of exchange. We're shifting away from what was intentionally created to what has unintentionally happened to this object out in the wild. I really want you to ask yourself, what does the wear and tear actually tell us? If you look past the bold cross and the shiny stars and strictly focus on the physical condition of the metal itself, a whole new narrative emerges. This definitely isn't a pristine museum piece locked behind glass. This object has lived a rough, highly active life. Just look at this chaotic network of scratches across both the gold and silver metals. Notice those deep gouges? See how they completely disrespect the borders? We've got heavy scratches intersecting the lower stars, cutting straight through the carefully minted word Slovensko, and scuffing up the proud peaks of the central cross. These aren't just little blemishes, you guys. They are literal evidence of impact. It's a truly fascinating contrast, the intentional minted design versus the unintentional scars of time. On one side, we have the pristine, planned intention of that 2009 minting process, perfect geometry, precise text, national pride. But on the other side, we have the random, asymmetrical physical damage that's accumulated over years of being thrust into the world. The design is the object's identity, for sure, but the scars? Those are the object's experience. Every single dent, scuff, and scratch you see is the physical record of countless exchanges. Think about what it takes to actually gouge metal like this. This coin has been scraped against keys in deep pockets, it's been slammed into harsh metal cash registers, it has undoubtedly been dropped on concrete sidewalks over and over. Each nick is a transaction. Each deep scratch is a journey from one hand to another, turning this simple piece of currency into a chaotic, metallic diary of human commerce. When we put it all together, our investigation leads us right here. This isn't just a €2 coin from 2009. It is, quite literally, a metallic traveler holding a specific story in its design and its scars. It tells us of its birth in Slovakia, its allegiance to a European framework, and the countless undocumented miles it tumbled through human hands to end up resting on that mottled stone. It's an entire microhistory, captured in a 1-inch disc of brass and copper nickel. Which brings us to the end of our explainer today, and leaves us with one incredibly compelling question to think about. What histories are carried in the pockets of the people around us right now? If a single random coin from 2009 can hold this much of a narrative, this much evidence of design, time, and chaotic human travel, what else is out there? The next time you get change at the store, I challenge you. Don't just put it away. Stop. Observe it. Become the sleuth. You might just be holding a masterpiece of unintended history right in the palm of your hand. Thanks for exploring with me, and keep questioning the world around you.